We're here to bring a new type of new show.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Bringing news just for you. It's Monday, August 11th here in Seoul. I'm Isujin, and this is News Generation. Joining us is Im Sang-yeon.
Hi guys, good to see you.
Happy Monday, and also Kyun's with us today.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. And both are here to speak on behalf of people in their 20s and 30s. So it's Monday, and as we kick off a brand new work week, we're turning our attention to a trend that's been dominating everything from social media feeds to Billboard charts. We're talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, the animated film that's been turning heads with its unique blend of action, music, and Korean culture. So first things first, have you seen it yet? What did you think of the story and characters, Sang-yeon?
Yes, I saw it, and even though I don't really like animation, it was so fun that I didn't have to pause in the middle. So yeah, I think K-pop Demon Hunters has all the keys to what makes an animation successful. It has catchy songs and lyrics, and the protagonists are K-pop artists, which many young global fans have a huge interest in right now. And best of all, the art director did a really good job on portraying Korean culture. I noticed there were many scenes which the Korean viewers could relate to, such as binge eating spicy food after a tough day, Korea's traditional animals like tiger and magpie. I also noticed there was a scene where the main characters visit a traditional Korean hospital, which is something we haven't seen often in films created in the West.
Right, I think for me too, the part about visiting Korean traditional hospitals is really interesting because for us it's kind of normal to get. Like,
Right.
Recently, actually, I was telling one of the PDs of the show that I was experiencing back and shoulder pains, and he actually recommended me a traditional Korean hospital. But I feel like in the West, it's more common to maybe recommend a physical therapist or chiropractor. So that's really interesting to me.
Maybe you work too much.
Maybe I do. I maybe deserve a break. What about you, Kyun?
No, I found the animation to be very different, unique, because in the sense that K-pop Demon Hunters was jointly produced by Netflix and Sony Animation Pictures, which was a little, I guess, distinct from Disney or Studio Ghibli styles. It had a well-blended global appeal that seemed very Western because it was all spoken in English, but it had very traditional Korean elements. In the movie, it was very authentic from the foods and locations like Kimbap and the Namsan Tower. Furthermore, the universal appeal of demons really resonated well with the global viewers because the audience's fascination of supernatural antagonists was really appealing. And not to mention the great voice acting of our own Korean actor Lee Byung-eun, Kwima. It was really good to see as well. And also in terms of characters, the members of both Huntrix and the Saja Boys were modeled on and inspired by big groups like Blackpink, Twice, BTS, and Tomorrow by Together, which helped viewers to really familiarize with these members and to draw a strong connection with them. And by far, my favorite character was actually Bobby, played by Ken Jeong, an American actor and comedian, because I know someone in the entertainment industry who is very much like this person. And he was also a manager as well.
Oh, I
and
see.
It has so many familiar features. I was like, how did they actually depict that character? Maybe they saw that manager in real life, and I could draw that really close connection, which actually made it really, I guess, more entertaining for me to watch the animation.
Just out of curiosity, Bobby was Huntrix's manager.
He
so
was.
what about this person that you know who you said was also a manager?
He was also a manager.
What were some of the similarities?
The way he spoke, he was very emotional, a little feminine at the same time, but very passionate towards his work.
Right,
The manager I knew as well, he also had like a hard time in the middle to
like we all
stay
do.
with his, like we all do. But he eventually overcame it, and I think he's still in the industry. I don't really talk to him anymore, but like his features, like appearance as well, was very similar.
Also the physical appearance was similar.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like a manager thing.
Maybe.
It's been almost 2 months since the release, but the popularity of this movie seems to be still going strong across the globe. So can you tell us more about this, Sang-yeon?
Sure, so 2 months have already passed since the release of K-pop Demon Hunters, but this animation is still a thing for many global audiences. So if you look at here on the screen, as of last July, Netflix announced that K-pop Demon Hunters marked the highest view after 5 weeks of its release. And in other words, K-pop Demon Hunters is the most watched animation on Netflix in recent years. Usually when a film comes out, the number of viewers tend to decline as time goes by, but the popularity of K-pop Demon Hunters is still drawing an upper line, making a new record every week.
So we obviously can't talk about the popularity of this film without mentioning the soundtrack. So what are your thoughts on this? The soundtrack has been trending on multiple music platforms. So how much do you think the music has contributed to the film's success, Kyun?
You know, for me, the Saja Boys' Soda Pop is still playing in my head. Yo, my soda
Oh,
pop, my little soda pop, because of its highly addictive lyrics, you know, the melody, and of course the choreography. It just completes the whole performance. And just to give you some numbers and rankings, Huntrix's song Golden ranked #1 on Billboard Global 200 and UK singles chart, and is currently #2 on US Billboard Hot 100 and #7 on Canada 100. While the Saja Boys' Your Idol peaked at #9 on Billboard Hot 100 and #3 on Billboard Global 200. And these are incredible feats considering that they're all original soundtracks from an animation movie, and these songs are and performances from the animation really amplify the movie to another level because it blends in smoothly with the lines within the scenes, and it really immerses you even more because not only does it entertain your ears but your eyes as well because of their all beautiful choreography moves, and it's almost like watching a real K-pop idol concert and a musical at the same time.
Do you personally have a favorite song from the soundtrack?
Soda Pop.
Soda Pop's your favorite?
By far.
I think mine would be. You can join. I think I can see you in the group.
I won't be too. I actually, I look young.
Sorry for
I'm not young in real life, but I kind of look young for my age, so maybe I can make the group.
I can see you in the group.
For
yeah.
season 2.
That's what looking forward to.
Or I
that,
could be just a
seeing you on
demon. Casted as a demon.
So the movie is rooted in K-culture. Sanghyun, do you think it's sparking more global interest in Korean culture overall? Is K-pop Demon Hunters just entertainment, or is it playing a bigger role in promoting Korean culture internationally?
Yeah, so even though K-pop Demon Hunters was produced in the States, it covers a wide range of Korean cultures thanks to many Korean singers, dancers, and producers contributing to making the film. So if you have ever watched this animation, you would have noticed Korea's traditional cultural aspects from Korean food, gat, which is a traditional Korean hat worn by men, or a white tiger character. And many overseas viewers are also showing interest in the setting of the animation, which features several places in Seoul, such as Bukchon Hanok village and Namsan Mountain. And just last month, the number of visitors who visited the National Museum of Korea doubled compared to last year. The museum also recently produced special souvenirs that resemble characters and objects from K-pop Demon Hunters, such as pen, keychain, and even soju cups. And now these souvenirs are almost sold out due to the animation's huge popularity.
So Kyun, what were some uniquely Korean elements in the movie that international viewers might have found unfamiliar at first?
The bathhouse featured in the film gives a remarkably accurate depiction of the actual Korean public bathhouses in Korea. And as this gains popularity, not only public baths, but also Korea's signature Jjimjilbang, which is Korean sauna, and Daemiri, which is body scrub, reportedly becoming popular tourist attractions among many foreigners recently. And interest in the traditional medicine clinic shown in the film as 한의원, H-A-N, 의원 clinic, it shows that more visitors to Seoul are gaining more interest in a K medicinal herb center because the number of visitors has actually doubled, even though it was actually the off season.
Do you also go to these Korean?
I do get my acupunctures
do?
every now and then whenever I have a sore body part or whether I've sprained my ankle. So it's very accessible. I mean, you'll see a honey one pretty much in every single block.
Yeah.
You even see 2 in one building, and it may it may hurt for the person who's doing it for the first time, but once you get used to it, it relieves the pain immediately. Maybe it's not the best source of, I guess, cure in the long term, but for that short-term immediate cure, it definitely helps, and I do recommend it.
Right, so today I guess we'll be speaking with an expert in Korean medicine to better understand this rising curiosity, what's drawing more overseas visitors to explore traditional Korean treatments and how this centuries-old practice is being received around the world. And that conversation is coming up right after the break, so don't go anywhere.
NewsGen wants to hear from you. Go to YouTube and search our channel Arirang News. Click Community and leave a comment down below. Make a new type of news with us.
Now we're going to hear from Lee Chang-gyo, a Korean medicine doctor. Hi, Dr. Lee. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello. Yes.
Hi. So compared to a few years ago, have you seen an increase in the number of foreign patients visiting Korean medicine clinics?
Yes, we have. Since COVID-19, people around the world care more about their health. Trust in alternative and integrating medicine is also growing. And thanks to K-culture and K-pop, interest in Korean medicine has become stronger. People are now looking for more than just pain relief. They want to restore balance and help the body heal itself. At Reborn Korean Medicine Hospital, we see almost 1,000 foreign patients every year. Many of them come back or tell their friends to visit us.
Okay, Dr. Lee, then what kinds of treatments are then most popular among foreign patients?
Most foreign patients visit us for three things: a weight loss program, spinal and joint care, and facial asymmetry correction. Our herbal weight loss program works well and is easy to take as pills and uses natural ingredients. That's why it's very popular in Europe and the Middle East. For spine and joint problems, we use our signature method, SART, Spine Alignment Restoration Therapy. It is a non-surgical way to fix spinal misalignment and help the body move better. Facial asymmetry correction is also in high demand. Many patients don't know it often comes from a twisted neck bone. We first fix the whole spine, then make gentle adjustments to the face. This improves both health and symmetry.
Dr. Lee, in your view, what makes Korean traditional medicine special or valuable?
The biggest strength of Korean medicine is that it works with the body, not against it. We see symptoms as the body's way of protecting itself. Our job is to understand them and guide the body back to balance. Sartre showed this philosophy well. We believe the body is made to adapt, protect, and heal on its own. When the spine is out of place, stress on joints, ligaments, muscles, and nerves increases. The body reacts with pain, inflammation, or muscle tightness. These are not mistakes, they are survival strategies. When we restore the spine to its best position, the body works more efficiently. Healing becomes faster, function improves, and posture and symmetry get better. I hope Korean medicine will be known worldwide as modern, scientific, and full of deep wisdom. At Reborn Korean Medicine Hospital, we want to lead that change. Thank you.
I also hope that foreign patients across the world will be able to experience this. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
So we just heard from a Korean medicine doctor about how interest from international patients is growing, what kinds of treatments are gaining the most attention, how Korea hopes to share the value of traditional medicine with the world. So it's clear that Korean culture continues to resonate globally, not just through pop culture, but also through wellness and healing. And that brings us back to K-pop Demon Hunters, a film that seems to capture both energy and identity in a way that's connecting with audiences everywhere. So why do you think people are going absolutely crazy over this movie? What's the secret behind its success, Sang-yo?
So as I mentioned in the opening, I think catchy songs and lyrics have contributed to the global hit of this animation. On top of that, according to the British BBC's critic, K-pop Demon Hunters harmoniously combine Korea's traditional culture with modern-day K-pop stylings. Now, the animation's director also stated that K-pop's global influence played a key role in gaining the popularity of the animation. In other words, the success of K-pop Demon Hunters testifies the global popularity of K-pop. And apart from that, I think the reason why K-pop Demon Hunters could have become such a global hit was due to its storyline. The message of this animation is not that serious, yet touching, and everyone can directly follow the storyline without the need of deeply analyzing into characters' minds or feelings. And because in the end, I think animation should have some kind of childish and fun aspects in order to become popular instead of conveying complex or difficult messages.
I think some people in the beginning might be put off by like the K-pop aspect of it. They might find it a bit childish, but at the same time, there is like a good message of like, you know, how important resilience is and stuff like that.
So I don't want to give a spoiler, but I really recommend you guys watch it till the end. It's quite touching.
I agree. So what other elements do you think contribute to its popularity beyond the obvious, like the animation, the soundtrack? Were there any other ingredients that made it such a hit, Kyun?
Yeah, I mentioned this in the beginning, but just to dig deeper, the character setups that evoke real K-pop idols was another main driving force behind the immense popularity of K-pop Demon Hunters. In the story, the fictional idol groups of Huntrix and the Saja Boys are as popular as BTS and Blackpink. Notably, the Saja Boys are said to have built their fandom strategy by directly mirroring the real-world structure of K-idol fan culture. For example, having like a baby face member with a deep rap voice, one with long hair and like a mysterious concept, another one with like chiseled abs that like Huntrix members like fall in love for, like with popcorns falling out from their eyes. And there's also a lot of secondary fan content trending online right now, such as finding real idols who actually resemble the characters from the Saja Boys, or even creating AI real-life versions of them. So it is definitely trending, even through online.
I like how you mentioned fan culture because they also had a scene where they had a fan meeting.
They did, yeah.
Right, and actually one of the members of 17 was asked about this fan meeting, and he was saying how that part was a bit inaccurate because he said in real life, like there's no like a real life scenario where boy group members and girl group members will be in the same joint.
Oh, like joint fan meeting.
Right, but it's so interesting to have that kind of culture represented.
That could be like a new idea for the real idols in Korea right now. Having
joined with a male.
Actually, we shouldn't.
Would you go to that if you were a fan of a girl group?
I would.
Really?
To see like another member, another group that's really popular, but among fans, I don't think they'll really like it.
Especially because they're different genders.
Exactly.
Too.
Yep.
So yeah, and they were sitting so close to each other too in the film too. So if you could point out one fun detail in the film to international fans, what would it be? Is there a small cultural reference or inside joke that non-Korean viewers might have missed, Hyun?
So when Saja Boys were singing Soda Pop on the street, there was a brief scene showing three Ajumma fans, the mid-aged women. They were wearing vivid colored hiker clothes, yes, you can see here on the screen, with super curly hair. And I thought the director was quite good at portraying the typical Ajummas in Korea. You can actually see them when you go hiking in the Korean mountains. And I'm sure not many people noticed this. When the three Huntrix girls were trying to have a snack before their concert, did you notice they were sitting on the floor with their back laid to the sofa? This is actually a genuine Korean thing. And because many Koreans prefer to sit on the floor, even though they have a sofa in their home. And instead, the sofa becomes a comfortable backrest.
I actually do that at home.
Yeah, me too.
I sit on the floor. Were there any other moments that felt deeply Korean to you? Did you notice any details in the movie that really stood out as being deeply rooted in Korean culture, Kyun?
One scene that I really resonated with was when the three members of Huntrix actually were at a restaurant having sundaekguk, or the Korean blood sausage soup with soju, and they were having a really deep conversation. And look, it's a very common thing, or one of the most Korean things you can do in Korea is to have sundaekguk over soju alone, because many of these restaurants are open till very late or even 24 hours. And it's very common to see people just have sundaekguk over soju alone because I'm sure many of your viewers have seen it through dramas or movies, but sundaekguk is very filling, it's very affordable, and to top it off with soju, people usually have this when they're having a really, really hard time in their lives, and when they have, they don't know what to do. They're like in a they're in this phase where they need to make a big decision, but they don't know what to do right now. So usually they'll just head to a restaurant after work, late at night. But in the movie, they were actually she was with the two other members, which was another thing that resembles Korean culture, we like to have drinks and food together. It has to be like a collective kind of
Gossip a
experience.
bit, yeah.
Gossip a bit. And they were there for her. So I was like, oh, you know, I could really feel what the characters were feeling, what Rumi was going through, because I've done it myself in Korea. I've
you
had
have?
sundae soju alone.
By yourself usually.
By myself, and it's a very common thing. Like people don't look at you at all. They're like, "Oh, he must be, or she must be going through a really tough time right
Did
now."
it help you get through tough
It
times?
did for that
did,
moment,
okay.
yeah. And I still remember like that time where I actually had sundae over soju. So it's a classic kind of combination
Right.
many Koreans have alone.
So I guess that's something else we could recommend to your foreign viewers. So the sequel's reportedly in the works. So what aspects of Korean culture would you love to see featured more in K-pop Demon Hunters 2? And if you could give the creators one suggestion, this is kind of a hard question, I guess, but what would you want them to showcase the next time around, Sang-yeon?
Well, if the sequel of K-pop Demon Hunters out to be successful once again, I think the music director must make an extra effort to come up with a song that can outbid or at least comparable to The Golden, which is the theme song of K-pop Demon Hunters. I believe the theme song also played a crucial role, so the sequel's theme song should be good. And just like the sequel of Disney animation Frozen made a secondary success with theme songs like Into the Unknown or Show Yourself, which was much as good as Let It Go, a catchy song should also be included in the sequel to continue the global success of K-pop Demon Hunters.
So what about you, Kyun? Any ideas?
If they're gonna make a sequel, maybe cast me as one of the
Soja Boys?
next Saja boys or the next demon. I don't know.
The next Jinwoo. Okay.
Or the next Jinwoo.
Wow.
Oh, maybe. Okay. I think maybe adding more Korean language in the movie.
Oh, that's a good
because
one.
we saw a lot of Korean words and Korean words, even in the lyrics as well. But adding more actually like genuine traditional Korean language could really make this animation a bit more Korean. A bit more genuine as well, because I think more foreigners around the world are having more interest in the Korean language, and they actually enjoy learning this language, and they find it very interesting because of the craze of K content. More people are exposed to the Korean language, and that's why they have that kind of interest. Oh, I want to learn more about Korean. And seeing this through animations that more people are watching could actually help them better understand the language or even learn it naturally or even in an entertaining way instead of just like sitting down and just in a classroom format learning the language. So maybe adding a bit more Korean and just using English subtitles will be maybe, I guess, one option.
I like how you point out the language because, you know, for the song Golden as well, they do have a bit of Korean.
Not enough.
But not enough. I feel like if there's more, I think that would be really nice.
I think it should be
too.
the other way around. More Korean and just
most of
less
it-
English.
I agree. So whether it's the stunning visuals, the catchy soundtrack, or the clever nods to Korean culture, K-pop Demon Hunters is clearly more than just a viral hit. It's part of a bigger wave of content that's bringing Korean stories to global audiences. And we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for what comes next, not just from K-pop Demon Hunters, but from other films and series that blend Korean culture with bold storytelling and global appeal. So if K-pop Demon Hunters is any indication, this could be just the beginning of a whole new wave of creative, culturally rich content. So we're conducting a program survey which includes News Generation until August 17th to better meet our viewers' expectations. So please visit us at www.arirang.com or on the Arirang TV mobile app to share your valuable feedback. And by participating, you'll also have a chance to win Bluetooth earbuds and exclusive K-pop merchandise. And this brings us to the end of today's episode of News Generation, but News Gen will be back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Korea time. Big thanks to Sang-yeon
Thanks for having me.
for coming in, and Kyun.
Always a pleasure.
And to all our viewers, thank you so much for watching, and we hope you have the best day. We are
News Generation.